What's going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to another review this time. I know another review. David, you haven't reviewed a movie for a while. Yes, it's hard for me to get my ass into a movie theater. I just can't do it. I just can't hit the buy button on the ticket. I just can't jump in my car. I just can't grab some popcorn. I can't just sit down and relax. It's also a lack of movies that I really am interested in. Enough to make me want to go get my butt once again in that theater seat. Which is super contradictory, I know, because I plant my ass here after work every single freaking day, work on videos for you guys. But you know what? Not today. I took a little break, sat on the couch, and I said, I am a little curious about what movie's coming out this weekend. Looked it up on my phone, scroll. The Blue Beetle. A movie that I really did enjoy the trailer once I did first see it, but I thought, nah, I could wait for streamer for that one. But something told me, something in my brain was like, give this movie a chance, give your brain a chance to just chillax for a couple of hours. Even if it's bad, it's some mindless entertainment. You're away from your computer once again. And let me tell you guys, before I get into some details, that was the best decision I made in such a long time. Now, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the fact that I had an icy, Skittles, and Red Vines in my system, just all that sugar just coursing through my veins. But once I saw that first Blue Beetle transformation, my God, I want to see it again. I instantly want to see it again. By the way, don't worry guys, no spoilers in this review. All right, so jumping to roughly what this movie's about before I get into my favorite parts or my dislikes and whatnot. We definitely get thrown into a class system where we have this city, Palmera City, but our family that Jaime Reyes is from is on the edge of the city. I believe it's called Edge City actually. And you get to see that duality. I don't know what move this is, but you get to see the economic and social statuses of living on the edge of the city and Palmera City, which is pretty much the inner city, the Richie Poos. In the high rises, there's all these industries in there. I believe it's called Korg Industries, which was something of a Stark Industries. And that's one thing I try to do when watching this movie, guys, especially going into it for the first time. There's been so much saturation with Marvel movies and DC movies over the last couple of decades. Yes, I'm counting the ones before Marvel Studios, that it's hard not to go, hey, that kind of reminds me of this, or that situation reminds me of this. Don't do it. Don't go in this comparing it to this superhero or that superhero or this power or that power. I think because I haven't seen a superhero movie in such a long time, this one was like a breath of fresh air. And we get our character of Jaime Reyes, played by Xolo Maridueña. Man, this kid is killer. Man, I'm telling you, on Cobra Kai, woo, he was the reason that I kept watching Cobra Kai, I'll tell you that. But did I think that this kid could translate this to movies? No, not really. Until you kind of throw him in the situation, you get to see the acting chops. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe this is the first Mexican-American superhero. Could be wrong about that once again. You guys let me know. You nerds, let me know in the comments below. And I know I said I wasn't going to compare, but we get our Peter Parker situation. I was thinking that throughout the whole movie. You know, Jaime Reyes had a lot of Peter Parker similarities as far as the way they looked, the way they talked, the way they acted. They were very unsure of themselves, which is something that I like in an origin story, especially when you're put into an unpredictable situation. You don't know why this is happening. And if you're already like an introvert or just really afraid to talk to women and whatnot, like we get to see in a couple of these scenes, he played it off really well. Now, our introduction to the Reyes family. Oh my God. Once again, going back to the whole Mexican-American relatability, I know each character in this family in real life. I know a crazy uncle like George Lopez. I got one. A funny yet quick on her feet Nana. I got that. It may not be a complete deal breaker if you're not Mexican-American or of Latin descent. I think the family dynamic is here. And when I was watching some reviews for this movie days before it came out, that was the main focus kind of being pushed in the review, was family. This ain't Fast and the Furious, but I get it. It's family. And our director really pushed that boundary of dramatic effect when it came to those scenes. And I had mentioned it in my out of theater reaction short video. This had multiple dramatic scenes. I thought they were only going to tug at my heartstrings in one scene. No. We got a couple of Uncle Ben moments. Now, where this movie shines is the action. Once again, that transformation scene right in the beginning when we get our Blue Beetle transformation. My God, I thought I was watching a Cronenberg horror film for a second. Xolo hams it up like he's in so much damn pain, transforming in front of his family, and everybody's shocked reaction. It is hilarious and great at the same time. Also, these powers that he had at his disposal were like endless. It was absolutely endless. He has this like built-in Jarvis that tells him he can create anything that he can think of. Isn't that like just the greatest cheat code? And to top it all off, the suit looked cool. I know this is only $120 million budget, budget. And I'm saying only because DC and Marvel, they like to shelve in that money, but this is an origin story. They ain't throwing that much money at a new character like this. That's why I was a little wary about the return, because I'm calling it now, this may only break about 30 to 40 million. It's unfortunate, but superhero movies cost money. Now, once again, this is a spoiler video, so I'm not going to get too much into our villain or villains because they don't show them that much in the trailer other than Susan Sarandon. So if you guys have seen the trailer, you guys know that she is a bad person. And some were saying in the reviews, racist. I don't think she's a racist. I think she's semi-racist, if anything. She definitely gave into those tropes of like, go kill the Blue Beetle, Sanchez. And the guy's like, my name ain't Sanchez. So little stuff like that that's stereotypical and just mean-spirited. But I will say one thing, my God, Susan Sarandon still has those damn acting chops. She doesn't need to be in a suit or just like have evil powers or anything. She is just evil at the core. And I thought just for being an evil conglomerate person, she nailed it. Now there is one more villain in the movie that they don't show that I thought was a good match against the Blue Beetle. I thought they had a great backstory by the third act of the movie, which added a little more layer and emotional dynamic to kind of keep me really invested into what I was watching, because this movie is over 2 hours, but to me it didn't feel like it. Now there is somewhat of a love interest in the movie. I would say her acting chops were kind of lacking the most, and they try to really insert her like an MJ character, and it was fine. It was okay, but it was definitely for me probably a con of the movie. She wasn't one of the stronger characters, I will say. Also, I really was wondering how much George Lopez was going to ham it up as far as take away from certain scenes, because we know Marvel, DC, some of these damn scenes can just be riddled with comedy and ruin the movie, ruin the scene, ruin your experience. But I gotta say, honestly, pretty balanced with the comedy jabs he was throwing into some of these situations, as they were just kind of one-liners, so it didn't really suck me out too much. And a scene stealer, once again, Xolo Maridueña as Blue Beetle. Jaime Reyes. In the third act, I was really like clutching my pearls and I was like, I hope he goes Super Saiyan, and he did. It's not much of a spoiler, but this kid let out so much emotion in one scene. I was like, were they reading my mind or what? Did a really great job in that moment, I will say. So all in all, guys, I had a lot of fun with Blue Beetle 2023. You guys check it out today if you guys are having superhero fatigue, or if you guys have young ones, I definitely think that they would appreciate this one. Though there are some moments where it gets a little brutal with the action, so make sure maybe ages 10 and up. And all that being said, I think I'm gonna give Blue Beetle a solid 4 out of 5. All right, Flix Talkers, what do you think of Blue Beetle? Are you guys gonna be checking it out this weekend? Are you guys gonna wait for it to hit max? Once again, let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did appreciate my reaction and thoughts on Blue Beetle, let me know by hitting that big thumbs up to support the channel, and consider subscribing today, where I do more reactions like this, music reactions, movie reactions, and live streams 3 times a week here on the channel. All right, Flix Talkers, till next one, I'm gone. Peace.